Okay, welcome and such. So I'm on my way to a buddy's house to do a little maintenance party. Sometimes we call our stuff install parties or maintenance parties, depending on the major theme of the day, what we're going to be doing, which prompted me to think of another bike life topic: doing your own maintenance. As you've seen, or you should have seen, go see if you haven't, I do quite a bit of my own maintenance, so I know how to change my own oil, change my brakes. I can do a full exhaust system. I can change the clutch. If I had to, I could probably change the stator, which is on the opposite side of the clutch. What else? I do the majority of the electrical on my bike because I am an electronics person. I took electronics principles classes, and I understand the basics of DC and AC power. So I'm trying not to get dead. I said all that to say I know how to do this stuff, but I didn't just osmose this information out of the sky. I didn't wake up one day and go, I know everything about motorcycles. I had a good friend of mine, Spider. Say hi to the people, Spider. Give him a nice wave. Teach me quite a bit of stuff. And once he did that, my first steps into performing major maintenance on my bike were prompted by the little stuff. Like, I think the first thing I learned how to do was change my brakes or my oil, one of the two, and that gave me a little more confidence. Then I was like, let me venture into this, let me venture into that, let me venture into something else, let me take off my tires, which I know how to do, let me change my chain. And a lot of the things that affect tiny dog, a lot of the things that affect what I do on my bike come down to a few limiting factors. One, can I afford to do this by taking it to the shop and having them do it? Two, can I afford to screw it up and possibly spend more money having to take it to the shop after I screw it up and have them fix it? Or, did I say 1, 2, 3? Or did I say 1, 1, 1? Whatever. Third one, am I confident enough that I'm going to come through this without an issue and be able to completely finish this task or project with my skill level? That's usually all it is, folks. I mean, everything on the bike, or everything in life probably, has a skill level to it. And the reason they want you to take it to certified mechanics, certified professionals, certified electricians is because a certification proves that you have the basic knowledge to understand how things on this bike work together, like torque specs, which are super important, especially on the tires. Not enough torque, tire gets loose, chain comes off. Been there, done that, not cool. Too much torque, you run the chance of snapping your swing arm, which is a possibility. They are aluminum on most bikes. You run the possibility of cracking your axle bolt nut, axle itself, the bolt or the nut. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can screw up by not torquing stuff down properly. I'm gonna let this car go. If you don't torque the stuff down properly, of course, loose is bad, but too tight is also bad, especially on like your casings, where your clutch case is, your stator case is. Those have specific torque values. If you torque them too tight, you can snap off the head of that bolt, which is also aluminum, or damage your aluminum casing, and then you're gonna have to get it drilled out or replaced. So those are all things you need to take into consideration, and you also need to have at a minimum, the owner's manual, because it teaches you the minimum user applicable maintenance that you can do, like changing your oil and adjusting your clutch levers, which I'm gonna do a video on that too, because I ran into a guy that had a crazy clutch pull, and I was like, hey, that's not right. But it was right for his bike. Just like on my Benelli, the clutch play in that thing is like 20 times what it is on this bike. The same dude, I looked at his bike and I was like, yo, your chain is crazy loose. His chain free play is a whopping 2 inches. And as soon as I found that out, because he knew his bike, he knew the owner's manual, that prompted me to shut the hell up, because I didn't know anything about that bike. So don't let anybody tell you, hey, your clutch plate should be this, your chain should be this. Don't listen to that unless they have your exact bike. Every bike is different. And of course, this falls into my peer pressure thing again. If you are uncomfortable doing the maintenance on your bike, Don't do something you think you're going to screw up, or have someone teach you how to do it, like I say in some of my other videos, and build that confidence level up. Because one of the worst things you can do is feel like you jacked something up on your bike and then not be able to trust your own work, which is another reason why you send it to a certified professional. Because if they jack something up, you got somebody to sue. Like, I mean, not just to make money, but I'm just saying you have somebody to blame other than yourself. Like, I like doing my own maintenance, and if I screw it up, it's my fault. You know, I should have known better, or whatever the case may be. Like, when you take it to a certified professional, one, they got to fix it. They have to fix it. And they'll probably fix it for free. I mean, they should. And it's just one of those things that take the worry off of yourself. So, I don't know. Wow, that's nice. I don't know what maintenance we're doing today. But, of course, if I get some video or pictures, I will post them inside of this here video that I'm making right now. Because I'm like the group scribe. I'm like the chronicler of our little ragtag motorcycle group we got here. So, I, of course, am the one that takes all the videos and photos, usually. And, slap them up on the Instagrams and such and whatnot, since I'm like super fancy popular now on the interwebs. That's it, guys. This topic is not very long, but it's just spur of the moment type thing, as most of my stuff is, because I'm going to go help a buddy work on a bike, and I might not even be doing anything. I might just spend this whole time just learning, which is also fine. Sometimes I can't help. The best thing I could do is hand a tool and go, oh, here you go. Yeah, so I forgot to say one thing. Obviously, put down some comments down in the section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on doing your own motorcycle maintenance. Are you scared? Are you completely confident? Have you checked your own bike up? Because I know I have. Give me some of those horror stories of working on your own bike, but also give me some of the good stuff. You know, I have successfully, I want to say 90% of the time, come out on top working on my own bike. So it's pretty good numbers. The one or two times I did screw it up, Buddy Spider came to the rescue, got me out of a pickle, and got me back on the road pretty quick. Minimal downtime. So that's it. Slap some comments down below. Laters. Okay, y'all. So sorry about the structure of this video, but it turned into a multiple day project. One, because we ran into some unforeseen issues, not big. So I worked on my buddy's, we worked on my buddy's 2013 Ducati 848 Evo and his Harley Sportster. I forget the gear. Bulk, if you watch the video, just slap it down in the comments. But Sportster had a battery issue, so we had to go take a trip, get a replacement battery, and then otherwise we had all the materials we needed to finish everything up on it. We did an oil change, we did the battery change, Spider threw on a new fascia, cowl, windscreen type deal on it, started it right up, and runs like a dream. Sounds great. Nice. Got that old nasty oil up out of there. Some of the thickest oil I've ever seen. Freaking Harleys and their molasses for oil. The Ducati wasn't as easy. It's because of the fairings, you know. It's super fancy Ducati, so I let my buddy do most of the work on his own fairings. I held them, but we were very careful not to get the brake fluid and stuff near them, because we had to do at least the front brake fluid reservoir change. And the pizza came, and then it got late, and of course we all had to adult the next day, go to work and such. So we had to cut our venture on the Ducati short, but we'll end up getting back to it. And unfortunately I didn't get to film too much of it, except for these couple clips that I was able to put in from the old brake fluid to the new brake fluid. We didn't get to the clutch, and we didn't get to the rear reservoir because, you know, we had to go adult the next day. But they just needed a little TLC because they were not ridden pretty much most of the year because life happens. And once we properly shamed our buddy for not taking care of his bikes, we, you know, promptly got off our asses to go help him so he could get back on the road, because of course we want to ride with him. But that's it, guys. I'll try to do a better maintenance video later, but because we were actually working, I did not take the time to stop and film everything. But you get the gist of the content and the subject that I was trying to explain here. And I actually did learn something as I was thinking about what I said in the first part of the video, I learned that Ducatis, at least the 848s, have a third bleeder valve. One on the left caliper in the front, one on the right caliper in the front, and then one on the actual brake lever itself. The housing has a bleeder valve because we were having the hardest time trying to get the normal brake pressure back in the bike, and I couldn't figure it out. Spider looked over and was like, hey, is there another bleed valve? And I'm like, why would there be another bleed valve? Guess what, guys? There was another bleed valve. So once again, there's always something to learn, but we did all feel confident in tackling this venture and helping our buddy get some new skills to his repertoire. And you gotta start somewhere. Catch you later.